goes, that's my son. I go, okay, well, your son has mine and I have his. I just like my stuff back. And why did you take my stuff in the bag room when it's not yours to begin with?
Okay.
You know, property of was...
Alright, bud. We're going to start with the basics. Do you have ID on you? Driver's license or something I can look at?
This ain't good.
Embarrassed and what he did to me, it seems like I'm guilty now. Seems like I'm the guilty one.
Where is it that you found this? Like, kind of explain it to me, because I'm not familiar with this building at all.
In the bathroom back,
paint me a picture.
in the bathroom back there, it's like a little plastic thing, and they put stuff that they find. If made a mistake, it's gonna be a lawsuit.
Hang up phone.
Going on, man? It's your boy Grubz, and you already know what it is. We back with another motherfucking video, man. You saw the title of the video. You know what it is with me. We about to hop straight into it, and I would keep telling y'all, like I always tell y'all, stop fucking around with the police, bro. Fuck around, you find out, and today somebody found out, man. You know what I mean? Or the cops might find out. Who knows? But somebody definitely did find out today. You know what I mean? You fucking with the content. You like what you watching. Bruh. Sis, hit that like and subscribe button. And stop playing. And check out more content on the channel, bro. Because we always keep it coming over here. And there's more dope shit in here. You know what I mean? Stop playing.
9th, 2022, the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office was called to the scene at the airport for reports of a potential theft at the location by an employee. The following shows the body-worn camera footage of what happened during the incident.
I know. Reggie and I were just talking about that. How you doing, man? Good.
You doing good? I'm Joe.
Okay.
Yes, this is Cody. We pretty much...
Somebody's still in that work. Somebody's still in that work. What I keep telling y'all, man. Why y'all keep stealing from y'all jobs? Stop. Don't do that. Do not steal from your job. If you work at Walmart, Amazon, you know what I'm saying? I mean, the airport, any, like, FedEx, UPS, any of these companies, bruh. Do not be stealing. When you steal over a certain amount, you feel what I'm saying? Like, it's grand theft. And that's a bigger charge than just petty theft or regular theft. You know what I'm saying? The more you steal, the more the charges get. So don't be stealing at all.
Pretty much just have a situation going on with some thievery on my AirPods.
Okay.
Tuesday, I left them in the bag room at the facility.
And you lose your job.
Cody, my lead, gathered them for me, broke property, wrapped them up. I came in this morning and they're gone. Later in the day, kind of light bulb went off in my head to tag them or track them.
Yeah.
And I got the address of where they were at. I ended up finding out that the address does belong to an employee here who works at the Striker, which is like a bag area. And when I did go over and ask him, I kind of went over and I was trying to find out who lives where. So I just said, hey, yeah, me. And I go, oh, awesome. Do you have my AirPods? Because, and I pulled out my phone and I showed him. They're at
Was he wearing them?
Nope. He goes, oh, I got them for you. They're in my bag. They're in my bag. I got them. And I go, okay. So he hands me these AirPods.
They're in my bag. You stole, bro. See? He petty for calling the cops over some AirPods. I wouldn't have called the cops. Me personally, I wouldn't have called the cops. But if he stole them from the company, I understand that's his job. But, bro, why you stealing from your co-workers? Dickhead. And, bro, you lucky you ain't dealing with the co-worker that took that a different kind of way and put hands on you. Because I know people that would do that. Don't do that. Don't steal from people.
And after I connected the AirPods and pulled them all up and whatnot, when I pulled them up, it said, not your AirPods. And when they connected, they said Kamani's AirPods. I said, who's Kamani? He goes, that's my son. I go, okay, well, your son has mine and I have his. I just like my stuff back. And why did you take my stuff in the bag room when it's not yours to begin with?
Okay.
You know, property of was written right on it.
So, show him that picture.
Yeah, let me show you. Let me show you here.
So, can we find his boss and maybe they can call him and tell him to come back here?
I don't think he's gonna come back.
So he's gonna risk getting fired over.
I believe so.
Just returning some AirPods.
So this is the photo that Cody had sent me once he did put them up, and he put them inside a cubby there and shut them up.
Yeah.
And I had come back and
that's the blue pouch that they belong in.
Yes, a Buffalo Bills pouch.
Where would I find his boss at? Case is.
Yeah, the case is inside the bag room still. And then when I came in this morning,
No, I mean, where would I find
that's what it looked like.
his boss? The suspect. Boss.
Yeah, we all work for the same supervisor. That would be Alan or JD.
Where are they at?
They're out on the ramp right now. I'm sure he could grab one of them or you know, get them over here if you guys need. But I just want to file a report on Grubz.
So if we can get a hold of him and get
You really want to file a report on this man over your AirPod? That's wild to me. I'm not doing all of that over no AirPods, bro. Me personally, taking my shit back. You know what I mean? Tell everybody you're a fucking thief. You know what I'm saying? If you cause a problem, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you a problem. But other than that, no.
your AirPods back.
I understand where he's coming from now.
I tried that a couple times.
That's illegal. This is why you shouldn't steal.
We'll see how that goes. Do you know this dude's phone number at all?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He just was texting me. I'm not answering him. I'm not saying nothing to him.
Let me.
And you know this motherfucker. He a nut. He a nut for this. Not the dude that called the police. The dude that stole.
Sticking to what he's saying. Like that's what he's doing.
That's him.
He stole it to give it back to him. That would make no sense.
Huh?
I said he thinks he stole it, but he gave it back to him.
He lost it. Let me call this guy and see what the other guy is saying. I have no idea. Like I said, I have no clue. So,
Bro, if I find out he really stole these joints.
My book bag always comes home every day, but I brought the book bag back to work. When he said, "Do you have the AirPods?" I said,
"Oh, you got it."
just hang up real quick. Let me
you
just save everybody a lot of trouble here.
Okay. You gotta hang up, yeah. Come on.
All right. Does your son have similar looking AirPods?
No.
No.
Not even the same case or anything?
It's not the same size.
And the ones he had, he don't even have it. I bought it. It's the long ones. It cannot
You got
fit.
AirPod Pros. AirPod Pros are smaller
Short
and
ones,
they curve.
and they're newer. He had the old original ones. That's $100.
Who's got the newer ones?
He
The
does.
kid, that new kid, I don't know who he is from his
And
job.
your son's got the older ones.
Yeah, they can't fit in the same case. And I just
My
asked him, I
son
said,
didn't do
Kamani.
anything but charge it. He just,
And I get that.
yeah.
So
All
I
right,
said, Kamani,
so-
where's your AirPods? He said, I don't even have my AirPods.
So his son took them. And he thought they were his sons. Is that what he's saying?
Right now, I said, so it wouldn't make sense because if he had, even if he had his AirPods, it would connect. You understand what I'm saying? Once he opened his,
It's
it
like
would
if
connect.
you
This
had
is so
an iPhone,
stupid.
right? And
All of this
I
over some
open that
fucking
case,
AirPods.
It's gonna
Any
connect
iPhone is gonna
to your
connect to
phone.
anyone.
It's just a connection.
Are they in a Giants case?
No, I gave him back the case. I gave him
Yeah, we gave him everything because we're not trying to steal nobody
I
AirPods.
don't
That's not.
think you are.
Yeah, come. Could you find out where? Once he connected to the AirPod, I would have did it out of my phone then if I knew, because I'm not trying to get him in no. This is crazy.
He the one that stole
Call
them?
Logan and have Logan show him a picture of your
On
AirPods.
FaceTime or something.
Don't even say the police is here. Just say, yo, I need you to get my AirPods and I need you to show me the video because this right here, we spoke. He asked me. He said, it's not connected to us. I found the AirPods and brought them back to work. I didn't hide them in my car or hide them under the dresser. They was in my book bag. I had intentions on bringing them back.
Wow.
Jake,
I knew
JD,
though.
the police
'Cause
right here.
we've been together 19 years, 10 years married, 5 children. I know him. We don't steal.
It belongs to him.
All right, is there anything else I can do for you?
No,
That's
it's
wrong.
Have a good day.
Alright, yeah, no. Okay. It don't seem like he really stole them.
Yep, they work from 4 to...
Wait a minute. Here's what's not making sense. So, you thought they were your son. Wait, your son was your son there at the job? Okay. Your son wasn't there at the job. It's just you two. You thought it was yours. But what doesn't make sense is what the guy is saying who said that he stole them is that it was on property of such and such. So why did he fucking take them thinking that they were his? It's a little hole in your story right there, buddy.
9. Or the 9-3 card.
You need to see the
4
camera.
a.m.
Yes.
Yeah.
Terminal. Because there's a lot of people.
Sure.
So he'd rather go to the baggage claim bathrooms that are back through that door. Because it's a lot of times it's much quieter.
Sure.
And I mean,
Yeah. Okay. I
some
get
people
that.
are more private.
Yeah. Understandable. He's awfully concerned about losing his job. I understand.
On your little golf cart, is there a way you guys could park it on the opposite side, like facing this?
So stop.
Yeah.
Stop. And the supervisor is being deployed soon. Don't start this garbage.
All over your buddy.
He's in there freaking out.
Why is he freaking out?
So they said number 1, 2. Yeah,
Okay. We got to talk about this other stuff.
You Matt?
This
Matthew?
is Matt.
Okay. Do you guys have like an office or like a conference room or something?
Whatever other one. Let me see. You don't want to talk in private?
Oh, here we go.
Oh, sorry. I got to bring it out.
Right.
Sorry, Donna.
Everybody get out.
All right, bud. We're gonna start with the basics. Do you have ID on you? Driver's license or something I can look at?
This ain't good.
Embarrassed and what he did to me. It seems like I'm guilty now. It
Well-
seems like I'm the guilty one. I don't like that.
No one said that. That's what.
All of this over some AirPods. AirPods, y'all. Don't touch stuff that don't belong to you.
I'm interviewing you.
I'm finding it hard because the one thing that he said that still doesn't make sense is that you took him from where it says property of such and such. It was his property. Why did you take it? That doesn't make sense.
That's why I hung up on you yesterday because you told me I'm guilty because I'm getting
Talking
excited.
too much. Yeah.
I mean,
Have a seat, man. Sit down.
Just relax, man.
Yeah, you're
Just
too
stop.
you're too worked up for no
Relax a
reason.
little
I
bit.
want to go home. That's what I want.
Rights in mind. Do you want to talk to me about what happened yesterday? Perfect. All right.
Right,
So
you gotta go.
kind of give me a rundown as to what happened because we got a call after the fact. So all I have is one side of the story. Okay. So give me your side.
I found I was going to get Haas's charger. I got permission from him. I went in the back room. I looked for a charger. I didn't see one. I seen Haas phone charging with the C charger. I said, "Bro, can I use your charger?" It's a drawer, the plastic thing where they keep law stuff. So I went in there and I seen the Airpods in there. So I went to take them to Mary and BSO.
Where is it that you found this? Like, kind of explain it to me because I'm not familiar with this building and also
In the bathroom
you gotta
back,
paint me a
in the
picture.
bathroom back there, it's like a little plastic thing, and they put stuff that they find from customers' glasses,
Okay.
whatever, sunglasses, or whatever. And I looked in there, and I seen it, and I took the AirPods. Accidentally, I put them in my pocket. But when I got to my car, I put them right in the I never took them out my car. They were never.
You accidentally put them in your pocket. You lying, nigga. I don't believe that. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I do not believe that. You accidentally put them in your pocket? Why?
Never in my house. So I brought them back in my book bag the next day.
Okay.
So when he says, hey, do you know anybody who lives on Laura Street? I said, yeah, that's my address. He says, have you seen a pair of AirPods? I said, oh yeah. I found those AirPods at work. I meant to give them to Mary, but I have them here. Okay. He said, no, they're not here. I said, yo, bro, they're here. I said, go get them out my book bag. He went in my book bag, got the AirPods and said, thank you. He went and spoke to Cody. Cody told him, because it's not connecting to the Bluetooth, that I took the AirPods out and gave him my son's AirPods. And I was like, bro, nobody went inside the bag. That's my book bag. I even called my son just to double check. Did you go in my bag? He says no. So he came back again and asked me. He said, bro, really? I think you found them and you switched them out. Mm-hmm. I said, bro, why would you say that? You don't even know me. Why would you think that I'm lying to you? He's like, nah, man, fuck that, man. You know, walking back and forth like, nah, man, I gave you a ride home. Mm-hmm. How you gonna do that to me? I said, so because you gave me a ride home, I'm gonna steal your fucking AirPods. I said, I'm giving them to you. He said, no, those ain't mine. Those ain't mine. I had to say, yeah.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of back up to something you told me earlier. You went in, and that's called the striker area? Or is it striker?
Where he works is a striker.
Okay,
where
so
the bag carts.
Okay.
Where we went, that's a bag.
Okay, I get why he put him in the pocket to give it to somebody else. But you switched them out. You took them all the way home. If you took them all the way home and you never took them out of your car, how did you end up switching them out? At what point did you switch them out and all of this other shit happened? It's something that's still not adding up. Like, I hear what he's saying.
That's where we put baggage from the
Okay,
plane.
so
And I'm
you
listening
walked
to
over the
him.
carousel side and to get a charger for somebody, right? Now, you told me you went into this little container and took a pair of earbuds out of there. Were they your earbuds?
No.
Then why'd you take them out of there?
They have a lost and found box in there that they put stuff that they find.
Okay.
And I just took it. I brought them to
What
work.
what color were they?
I don't know.
That he's taken from the lost and found. So he probably was trying to steal from the lost and found, and then he didn't think it was the lost and found, and he didn't realize that those headphones belonged to somebody. I think that's what's happening now. Because he said, yo, if they weren't yours, why would you go in them and touch them in the first place? That didn't make sense.
No, I didn't look at the AirPods. I know the case was blue.
Case was blue. Okay. So what was, when you took them out of that bin, what was your intentions?
To give it to Mary right away. And do that stuff.
Okay.
That's what I had planned on doing. And I know for a fact that if it's not on, you can't find it. I don't know.
So if you're an employee here, is there a policy that says if you find something in a bin, you're to notify person A?
Anybody. If you find anything.
You could. So that day you could have notified anybody that you found those earbuds.
No. I mean, it's no protocol. If you find something, you call Mary up BSO, you call JD. It's like you just call somebody and tell them.
So you found these earbuds. You identified them as being in a blue case. You take them home.
Problem. You shouldn't have took them home.
Right.
They never went in my house.
Why did you
So
put
how
them
did
in
your
your
son-
book bag? You said it went from your pocket to your book bag and you took them out the kit. No, I don't believe this.
Get involved with trying to ID who they belong to.
My son did was plug his charger.
He plugged his charger into the AirPods.
Charge it in my car.
Okay.
He's just-
And then because you had mentioned, how do you know who these belong to?
Yeah.
So did they pop up anything when he?
That's the question. How did he know who headphones they were when he took them to? See? Slick thief.
No.
Plugged them in or sank them to his phone? Okay.
He didn't
Add,
think
change,
it
or delete from the statement that you've given me.
I did not do anything to that AirPod thing, but put it in my book bag.
Okay.
It never left my book bag. It was in my
Left the
car.
property though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I accidentally put the AirPods in when I got.
In your pocket, because you told me earlier you put it in
Yeah.
your pocket. It's a digital footprint. I mean, there's no way of explaining that case and those earbuds. You told me that you took them out of that bin, put them in your pocket, took them home, put them in your book bag in your car.
That don't make sense.
You told me that
All
you had
that
your son plug them in, turn them on to see if they belong to anybody.
and still didn't realize they weren't
At some
yours.
point in there, earbuds got switched.
Right.
Whether they're at your house with your son, lost, Those aren't the right earbuds. I don't know who's.
This is all stupid because it's over earbuds, and he shouldn't have called the cops. This was petty. But here you go.
Earbuds those are, but they're ours now. We're taking them as evidence. All right. So with that said, you are going to be charged.
Could you
Alright.
give me some?
With
They
that.
saying I stole this dude AirPods.
No,
I need you. They saying I stole his case, not the AirPods.
No, the AirPods,
The case.
and the case they're wrong. They're not.
He might have accidentally switched it out. Okay, it's I'm 50-50 on this one too. Because his story isn't kind of making sense. Because, bruh, at any point, why would you take them out? I don't get that.
Not the same. They don't belong to each other. They're all different serial numbers.
And you said you took them out of the case and you were going to give them to whoever. But you still, that don't make sense.
Now that I went back and
Listen,
found a new.
they're trying to take me to jail. I already spoke to Apple yesterday, so I'm just gonna file a lawsuit. I'm going to jail, so just bail me out because there's no bookings, and I know it's not true. It's okay now that I'm going to jail because when I find out that he made a mistake, it's gonna be a lawsuit.
Hang up the phone.
God damn it. God damn it.
You got anything?
Yeah, man.
Careful, y'all. Be careful.
What's race have to do with it? That's theft. Period. However you want to try to chalk it up, it's theft, dude. You took something that didn't belong to you and you deprived somebody of their property. And then when you guys
when he asked me for it, I told him I had it.
after you stole it.
Right.
That's why I'm glad this is happening. So I can have documents, all of this shit right here.
Yeah, because I'm like, bro, see, all of that shit didn't make sense. Got charged with theft over some goddamn AirPods. Like, and then, yeah. How do you accidentally put them in your pocket? And how do you accidentally take them out the shit and do all this? You stole them! You stole them! You stole them! You stole them. Fucking lying. That's why you don't steal from people, man. That's why you don't do no petty thief. Because that shit can get you in bad places and put you in bad situations. And take you to jail while you at work. That's why you don't steal from your job or steal from people at your job. That's even worse. And y'all supposed to be cool co-workers? That's an L, bro. You don't do that. You know what I mean? Bull corny as shit for that. And he not right. You know what I mean? Y'all make better decisions. That's the video for the day, man. You already know what it is with me. You already know what it is over here. We try to learn and we try to educate ourselves, okay? You know what I'm saying? To be better. We don't laugh at these people overall, okay? Yeah, it's funny sometimes. This shit be funny as a motherfucker. The process of them getting locked up. But the situation in itself is not funny. This is stupid to go to jail over stealing some AirPods. Don't touch other people's shit. It's not yours. Saying y'all stay up, y'all stay cool, y'all stay down, y'all stay out the way. It's your boy Grubz, and I'm out.